Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If y'all haven't already subscribed to the channel, leave a comment below. And I just want to let y'all know before I get started with this video, I do a lot of different things on this channel. As y'all can see, laughter is good for the soul. So if y'all see me do something out the ordinary, that's just me. Let me go ahead and get started on this subject right here. So I'm going to give y'all a quick rundown on how this 5-year-old girl could have got lost and kidnapped, and the school was just like, I'm not worried about it. They're not taking it serious. And then I'm going to let y'all watch this video. Now you have this mother right here. She is in desperation and in concern of her child not being at the correct location she was at. And not only that, being dismissed by the school, and the school not even being concerned or taking the situation seriously when a child could have been kidnapped. This child has been going to the daycare for 2 years, so you expect to have some type of trust level built up within those 2 years of that child going to that daycare, so you don't expect anything foul to happen because of that reason. And then you expect these bus drivers and teachers and staff members to work together as a team and guide these children to where to go, and have some type of compassion when the parents are restricted and are not allowed to even enter the school due to COVID regulation. We look for schools to at least give us some reassurance that our children is going to be okay, because rules have gotten really strict right now. So you got this 5-year-old girl. She goes to the daycare. She gets on the daycare van, and the daycare is supposed to take her to the school and pick her up from the school. Now, I'm not sure what happened in between that time, but I'm assuming that van driver or that bus driver dropped her off at the wrong school, and she was there all day until school ended. So y'all may be asking, what's wrong with that? There's a lot wrong with that. It wasn't even her school. This girl was in the class the whole day, not on anybody's roll, let alone enrolled to the school. The parent called out of concern of where her child was at, because the child was not at the correct school, and the staff members, in following chain of commands, brushed it off and put her on hold as if this lost child was not even a big concern. Y'all watch this video.
So today, I stay in Montgomery, and I'm new to the school system. I'm not sure how, things work, because this is my daughter's first year in school. So she goes to Brubaker. So she's been going to this daycare called Century 2000 for the past maybe 2 years since I've been here. And they have a system where they'll drop your child off at school and they'll pick your child up. You just drop your child off at the daycare. So all week I've been taking my child to school, and I let the daycare know that, I'm going to take her this week, and, I'll let you guys know when to start picking her up. So this morning, I told the daycare Tuesday that I was going to let them take her to school Thursday and Friday, so she would be more familiar with the bus, just be more familiar with getting on the bus with them. They know her. She's been there since she was 3, so they know my child. So I dropped her off at daycare this morning. Before I dropped her off, I put a note in her book bag because she got in trouble yesterday about her watch. It lights up, and the teacher took it. So I left a note in her book bag saying, hey, can you make sure Essence get her watch? I'll make sure she doesn't bring it back to school. I left my name and my number, and I apologize for it being, a disturbance in class. So, I dropped her off at the daycare this morning at 7:10. When I dropped her off, I told the daycare lady, I'm Miss Linda. I said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do her swiping or whatever, because I was holding up the line. So I left the daycare, came home. When I came home, I went back to her daycare at 12 o'clock. When I went back to her daycare, I talked to her old teacher, Miss Linda, and I did the clocking. At that time, no one said nothing to me about the whereabouts of my child. I'm thinking, oh, hold on, pause. I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. At 11 o'clock, I called her school, which is Brubaker Elementary. I called her school, and I spoke with someone in the office. I gave them my name, my telephone number, I gave them my name, my telephone number, my child's name, and her teacher name. And I told them, I just want to remind you guys to tell her teacher to put her on the bus today because she's going to ride the bus. I gave them the name of her daycare bus. When I gave him all of this information, the man I spoke with, he was like, okay, I'm going to relay the message. At this time, still ain't nobody said Essence is not at school. Ain't nobody said nothing to me from the elementary school she goes to her daycare. So I'm out doing errands, and I get a text from at about 1:55. So at this point, Essence been, and to my knowledge, in school all day. I get a text at 1:55, and it says, "Hi, my name is Miss Littleton from Fitzpatrick. Essence, I went through her book bag at recess, and I saw your note about her watch, but she didn't wear a watch today." I'm in the store. I looked at the message. I said, I don't know. I said, "Ma'am, what is Fitzpatrick?" Then I said, "Can you call me?" So she was like, "Yeah, I'll give you a call." So she called me. When she called me, my phone started breaking up, so I ran outside. I said, "Ma'am, what is Fitzpatrick?" She said, "Fitzpatrick is an elementary." I said, "Where is it?" She said, "It's in Montgomery." I said, "Ma'am, I don't even know where it is or why I said, "Well, maybe," I said, "she rides the daycare bus. Today was her first day riding the daycare bus. So maybe somebody stole her book bag and you found a note in it." I said, "I'm hoping that somebody probably stole my 5-year-old child book bag and, they found the note in there. I'm cool on it. Children do that." So she was like, "No, ma'am." I said, "Can you describe the little girl you're looking at?" She was like, "Yes." She described my daughter to a T. I said, "Ma'am, what is your address? Because my child is not enrolled at Fitzpatrick. She's enrolled at Brew Baker. So you mean to tell me she's been there all day?" She said, "Yes, ma'am." Nobody called me. Nobody said nothing. So at this point, I'm nervous because I'm like, what? So I called her daycare. And the first thing she said is, "Oh, hold on. Bitch, y'all don't know what the fuck my goddamn 5-year-old child is. You want me to hold on?" Pause. I'll see you in a minute. So I went up to Fitzpatrick. I'm ringing the bell. Nobody wants to come to the doggone door. So let me get the ring, the real ghetto, real ratchet. Maybe you'll come on to the door. So somebody finally came to the door. So the principal and the bookkeeper comes to the door. And I told them everything I just told you guys. I said, "I'm just trying to figure out." They was like, "Well, we thought she was a new student." You thought she was a new student, and there is no record of her existence. She's not on your roll call. There's no paperwork behind this child, and y'all let this child go to school here the entire day, and you didn't think to figure out who she was. I said, "Maybe I'm old. I'm 28, but back in my day when they call your name with roll, if you're not on the roll, you go to the office." I said, "So I'm trying to figure out all day. This 5-year-old has just been sitting here all day long. No one knows who she is." And it just so happened that she went into she wandered off into somebody's kindergarten class and went in recess with them. And the recess teacher told them, in the recess teacher had sense enough to say, "I don't know this child. I've never seen her. This is Thursday. School has been in since Monday. And as a school system, y'all don't try to figure out who the hell this child is."
Man, that just made me sad because I'm just thinking about if that was me and my child just wandering around, not knowing where to go, just following the kids, going into the classroom, just sitting there, just trying to stay safe, follow everybody, and just get on the bus. She could have got on another bus and ended up anywhere. She could have been the last one on the bus, and hopefully a bus driver would have been like, where am I supposed to drop you off at? But nobody even asked any questions. Nobody even looked up any records. And I find that kind of just irresponsible on the school, because if you're not on the roll, if your child is not on the roll, you would at least try to go to the office. I remember when I was young, if my parent was missing some information at the school, they'll call and be like, "We need the shot records. We need this. We need that," before you even start school. How do they let a child start school without no information, no name in the system, and just let the child sit there? So that even lets you further know that the school is not even doing what they're supposed to do. Whoever that teacher was didn't even call roll, or didn't even try to figure out who was in her classroom, and skipping steps, being lazy. And I don't blame her for being mad and going to the door and acting the way she act, because I mean that you in fear mode right now. You're in fear mode. You think your child is lost. You think, you want to make sure your child is there and they describing the right person. You thinking your child in the right place, but she's not. People get kidnapped all the time. I remember when my child came home from late on the bus, an hour late, and it was because of weather and traffic and all of that stuff. The kids had to sit at the school for a while before the bus left because of hurricane. But I was panicking then, and I was trying to get answers like, did the bus get the kids yet, and calling up to the school. And I just think they should be more proactive when it comes to safety and children, and it's like they slacking on that. This is awful. This is real awful. And no one cared about what happened is what makes me like so angry about this, that no one cared about what happened. That's how children come up missing. A lot of people were saying, she should have did this, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but the same situation could have happened anywhere. People don't know what's going to happen before it happened. She said her child went to the daycare for 2 years. So for 2 years, she never had a problem with the daycare. So she wouldn't think to just be like, okay, I don't trust them to do their business responsibly. It says, man, that's how children come up missing. If you can afford to send your child to upscale daycare centers or private school, do it. Your child is worth it. The same way, if a person have money for upscale daycare, is the same way. It doesn't negate the fact that a child can't get kidnapped or a child can't be lost even if you have money. I mean, it's sad to say that people don't want to do what they're supposed to do and don't have that type of just natural concern for people and their children, or just period, without having, extra money. But it just seems like the more money people have, the more motivated they become to do the right thing. People don't just do the right thing no more just because they're supposed to. They don't do it. And so, they're getting paid really good money. And it's sad that people have to get extra money and only care about money to do the right thing. And they just don't want to do the right thing anyway. We have come a long way. We've come a long way. And you would think that things are getting better, but actually things are getting worse. Things have gotten worse in the police system, and things are now getting worse everywhere else. Medical centers, jobs, daycare, schools, everywhere. People are just not caring about nothing no more. People are not having that passion and that genuine concern like they used to. You know how people used to be like, I want to grow up to be a firefighter so I could save people. I want to be a teacher so I can help children. I want to be this and that. And they had a passion for it. I want to be a doctor so I could save people. Now it's all about the money. Nobody has a passion for things no more. And when they don't have a passion for things anymore, they stop caring about things. It's just, okay, if you ain't got the money for it, I'm just going to do my job and go home. I don't care what happens in between. And that's the sad world that we living in right now. But y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this right here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm out.